Skywalker was weak. I destroyed him.
Then I will avenge his death.
Revenge is not the Jedi way.
I am no Jedi.
Credit to Baggles and Legend C-Mock for making that amazing short. But today we're taking a look at the amazing, beautiful custom Vader that they made for $120, and we're going to be taking a look to see if it really is worth that price for us Americans. Now let's get into it without further ado. Disregarding my clearly messy shelves behind me, we have a box. Yes, believe it or not, it's a box. Inside that box that was clearly already open, we have this package right here. It's the Fallen Master from Baggles and Legend C-Mock. This is insane. I've been waiting for this for so long. So let's open this thing up right now because this thing is absolutely incredible. I can't believe I spent this much money on it. It's super crazy expensive, but I just love Rebels so much. Just take a minute to acknowledge this amazing box they have for this. I mean, you're paying a premium price, and it comes in a nice sturdy box with foam all around it, and they really put some effort into that. Now let's open it up and take a look at the figure. Alright, here's the $120 I paid for. Yeah, this is definitely not worth the value, I feel like, but there's a lot of detail in this. Let's start looking at the helmet. As I was saying with the helmet, it looks super good, especially that crack right there. Is so much detail. Of course, you could just hammer a Lego helmet, but I don't think it'll look nearly as accurate as this for the Ahsoka versus Vader duel. Now, there is one for Kenobi duel because the Kenobi crack is on the other side of the helmet, and that is in a more realistic style. But since this is the Rebel style, it's a different kind of helmet, so it looks more like a Rebels figure, not the Lego figure. But that expansion pack was like $50 for shipping, and I'm like, I'm not buying that just for a helmet. $50 for a helmet is not worth it for me, and I've always spent an outrageous amount of money on this figure alone. Now, taking a look at the lightsaber blade, it is really well detailed. It is super nice and has a ton of detail, but there is one problem. This is a bit loose, so if I was doing a stop motion animation, which is, I don't even know if I wrote this figure because it's worth so much money, it does fall off pretty easily. But that's the thing with custom blades. Sometimes you can't get the strongest design, but with so much detail, I can look past that. Looking at the side arm printing, that looks pretty good. I think it looks better than the Lego figure, personally. And I'm looking at the bag, there's not too much printing, but as you guys can see, there is a custom cape. Here, let me zoom out for you guys. This is the custom cape, and I think this really sells the figure overall. This cape fits the figure almost to perfection, and that's what I love about this figure so much, is this cape piece. Now, taking a look at the other side, the arm printing is about the same as the other side, but overall, this is a really good Vader figure. Now, let's take off this mask. Now, in the kit for $120, you do get two faces. They are pretty much the same thing, except one fits this helmet and one does not. So you can have it either way. As you can see, it's a little bit elevated, more his eyes on this side compared to this side where they're actually at Mayfig height. But this had to be a bit elevated so that it fits in the Vader's helmet perfectly. Now let's take a look at the other Vader's helmet we have, which is the Rebels style helmet. I have many thoughts. This is so intimidating, guys. Oh my goodness, the Vader helmet for the Rebel style is absolutely amazing. I'm so glad I bought this figure. You know, I feel better about spending $120 on this figure now because look at this figure. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful. And for all Vader fans, this is definitely something you should have. I regret not buying the separate Ahsoka figure that they had selling for this, but overall I couldn't spend $240 on two minifigures. But overall, this figure is so amazing and I highly recommend it. Although I really don't feel like it's worth the value, I really love it, and I think it looks absolutely amazing. Now, unfortunately, he is out of stock of these, and he will not be coming back because making custom modes are an exclusive thing. But I just really wanted to share this with you guys. There may be extras he may be selling in the future, but for now, they're all gone, and they will not be coming back. And please do not bombard him with questions about them coming back, because he has gotten so many questions about this, and I feel bad for the guy. I've been watching him for a while. His name is Baggles Studio, and he's been getting so many questions about, will there be a restock? No, there will not be, but there will be extras eventually. He'll post them and give like a day's notice when they come out. But overall, I highly recommend this figure, but just not for the price. Last thing I wanted to show off was this custom stand they have for it. Well, it's not really a stand, but it's more of a card, and it's actually a very strong material. It's metal. It's very nice, engraved, and I feel like if I could have gotten 10 bucks off the price, I would not have wanted this really because of just how expensive this figure is. But overall, this looks really good, and it will be really nice right behind the figure if you were to display it like that. But I personally will not be displaying it like this. But overall, this is such a really cool card to look at. By the will of the Force, this looks super cool, especially with the Imperial logo right there and the Baggles logo right there with the Legend C Mach collab they have going for this figure. So overall, I say it is amazing, and I'm super happy to own one of these in my collection, but I always felt a bit unsteady about the price I paid for it. Most of Baggles custom figures are not nearly as expensive, but Legend C Mach figures are very expensive. Most of them cost around $100 each. So that is why this one costs so much money, is because of the custom printed head and everything they included on there. So I get the price is justified. It definitely feels like a premium product, but at the end of the day, I can't really justify spending that much money on one Lego figure. But that's all for now, guys. Peace out, and I'll see you all in the next one. Stay awesome. Bye.